Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. Ahead, safer streets for cyclists, taking a stand on gun safety and honoring the lives of the Slauson 6. But first, Brenda Lopez, a mom to a special needs son, ended up living in her car after a series of life events spiraled out of control. But thanks to a nonprofit and her own perseverance to forge ahead, she's now gainfully employed, housed, and full of hope again. Here's more.
So I was a drug addict about 5 years ago. I was pregnant, still using, and I lost custody of my son. When I did get back custody, we moved in with my sister in a one-bedroom apartment. It was my mom, my sister, her 2 daughters. My son, he was born with a lot of disabilities, so we also included a nurse. So it was 7 of us in a one-bedroom apartment. They raised the rent. The building was bought out by somebody else, and we weren't able to pay the rent anymore, so we got evicted. We stayed in the motels, and we kept asking for help through LA Family Housing and DPSS, the welfare office. Once the money was out, the vouchers were exhausted, all the help that we could get was exhausted. We packed up everything from the motel and we stored it in my sister's small car. So we went to LA Family Housing and they referred us to Hope of the Valley, a family shelter that they had, and we lived in that family shelter for a whole year.
As an organization, we have different bridge homes, we have different tiny homes, we have different family shelters as well.
We struggled a lot because we had to go to the hospital at 5 in the morning when we were at the shelters. We would catch 2 or 3 buses, make it on time to our appointment at 8, 9 in the morning, and then be back by 2 or 3. The bus stop was maybe like a block away, and it was during the winter, so it was super cold, like cold. I had to carry the oxygen, the stroller. My mom used to come and help us because she was my son's aide. So it was the 3 of us with the stroller. We used to wait for the bus. Sometimes the bus wouldn't even pass because it was so dark in the morning. One morning they just called us, hey, come to the office. We need to talk to you and your family. It was a donor that donated us an apartment with the rent paid for a whole year. We got a van donated. After that whole year, I was able to apply within Hope of the Valley. I got hired as a hygiene attendant and at this specific site. So I was cleaning showers, I was cleaning the restrooms, I was helping clients, giving them hygiene, helping them, showing them where to go. Put a towel, shampoo, and conditioner, lotion, whatever was donated, and then we'll have it ready for the next client. From there, I got promoted to employment specialist. I had never helped anybody get a job. I couldn't even get a job myself. I was promoted to program manager for the job center. And then a year later, I was promoted to program manager for navigation center. I oversee 10 employees who assist our clients in enrolling into our center. We have hygiene services, which includes showers, restrooms, any hygiene products that they might need. We also have a bin storage. Whatever fits in that bin, they could store, so they don't have to be walking around with it.
Brenda has grown. At this site, she started as a hygiene attendant and she always showed ambition. She always showed dedication to all her positions, and wanting to start from the bottom and build her way up has really shown through her actions, and that is why she was the best candidate to oversee the whole site.
Now she's overseeing the North Hollywood Navigation Center, servicing those people experiencing homelessness, the undocumented communities, and even conducting outreach to further go outwards outside of North Hollywood.
When I was homeless, I felt like I was living a double life because I didn't want people to know I was staying at a shelter or I was staying in the motels. And now that I have my house, my car, everything, I feel proud about myself and proud about my sister and my family because we were able to make it out. I felt like a mom, like a real mom. He's into music, he loves guitars, accordion, he loves playing the drums. He was born with a lot of medical issues. Larson syndrome, bilateral cleft feet, he had a collapsed lung, His airway was floppy. He has severe scoliosis. Keep going. Don't give up. There's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep going. I think we just need a second chance at life, whether it's working, being around people, socializing with people. Don't judge us. We also have heart. We also have feelings. We're just going through some tough times, and we just need that hand and be available to our homeless community.
With Measure H's funding, we were able to open up new programs within HOPE, such as our MDT outreach team, provide services out in the field where some may not think that there is a second chance for them. We are here to help. We are here to give you that second chance. We are here to give you that glimmer of hope to start a new life.
You could reach us at hopeofthevalley.org, and you could also call our number. We have a lot of help, a lot of good help.
County officials announced a new effort to raise public awareness about gun violence, restraining orders, and steps to take action.
Today, with our partners in the Office of Violence Prevention, we're launching a new webpage dedicated to getting the public clear information about gun violence restraining orders. That webpage is now live on LA County Public Health website and has information on what gun violence restraining orders are.
After Parkland, I remember hearing a lot of the community saying they knew that it was a matter of when, not if, the shooter was going to do something tragic. I think if you are a family member, a friend, a coworker, what have you, a teacher, and you see that somebody is struggling and you are concerned, trust your instinct.
This is one tool that we're going to need to use to curb violence against each other. And it's an important tool. But you're right, there are people that are struggling with mental health issues, and many people may not know that they're struggling. There are people who are obviously exhibiting signs of mental health illness that haven't come in for treatment.
I am proud and grateful to see that gun violence is now becoming an issue that people, electeds, realize on every level of government that they serve, that they have a way that they can partake in mitigating gun violence.
Improvements to a stretch of Huntington Drive will make it easier to get around by car and bicycle, and cyclists are spinning with support.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
Bye, you guys. Today we are celebrating the completion of a public works project that has been important to my district. It is a segment between actually Sunset all the way down to San Gabriel Boulevard, where we have completely redone the whole area, both the median, putting in drought-resistant vegetation, and also dedicated bike lanes. Something that, as someone who lives in this area, was sorely needed, especially along Huntington Drive, where we have a lot of bikers, but there were no bike lanes.
Bike lanes are such an important component of what we're trying to do across LA County, and that's expanding people's mobility choices in LA County, whether it's pedestrians, bikes, or the vehicle that we still celebrate the vehicle here in LA. So this is a really good example of a modern boulevard in today's infrastructure world. It creates resiliency, it creates a multimodal experience for the user, it creates more safety, and it actually serves in multiple ways the communities of Los Angeles County.
People are very happy and excited to see these improvements, so I think it's good for everyone.
So we've got to be more cognizant of how we lay out bike lanes so that it really does reflect the needs of the community.
Family members and community residents unveiled a memorial bench and community garden to honor the Slauson 6, who tragically lost their lives in a horrific car crash last year.
1, 2, 3.
We're gathered here today literally at the intersection of La Brea and Slauson to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the massive loss of life of the Slauson 6. We've partnered with Rocket, the corporation who owns the gas station, and worked with community members, some business leaders, to create a beautiful garden and a commemorative bench with an amazing mural of the 6 Angelenos whose lives were taken, whose lives were lost that day as a result of that horrific car accident.
I'm Asheray Ryan's younger sister, and I'm also the auntie of MARNIE and Alonzo Quintero. This means, it's indescribable to really say what it means. Really, I'm just so deeply appreciated because it means a lot to me and everybody. You know, honestly, we thought that after a couple months that even though the pain stays with us, everybody else in our community would probably forget because people do die every day. But we are lucky enough to have our community behind our back to donate this space to where we could come and where we could sit and connect with our loved ones who are lost at this site.
Thanks for joining us. We leave you now with scenes from the iconic La Brea tar pits. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.